Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to learn some more about these amazing oils and doTERRA products that we have been blessed with. I am super excited for our oils today. We're going to be talking about 4 different oils. We're going to be talking about coriander, cypress, Douglas fir, and a super exciting oil, summer savory, that we're able to get for the first time this month in June. So if you're watching this past this time, sorry, you snooze, you lose. But we can get it in our product of the month and our loyalty rewards order this month in June if we place our order, our loyalty reward order by the 15th, and that it's 125 points or more. And I'll talk about those details more when we get to that oil. So without further ado, let's get into these oils. If you have questions for those that are on live as we are watching these, please go ahead and you can type your questions in the chat box, and we will, I will answer those as I'm able to. So, oops, hit the wrong thing. Go back, little thing. There we go. Oh, shoot. Okay. Obviously, it's first day of summer break here, so my brain is it's on vacation. Okay, so coriander. Let's talk about coriander. We talked about cilantro on our last video, and these come from the same plant, but coriander is from the seed, and so they're going to have similar benefits, similar chemistry, but enough of a difference that they each have their own valuable roles and individual benefits. And so coriander is one of my favorite scents. I absolutely love how coriander smells. It's a lot more sweeter than the cilantro oil, and it definitely does not have that very recognizable cilantro scent. Very milder and sweeter. So it is grown in the United States, and this is an oil that we can use 3 different ways: diffusing it, taking it in internally, or applying this topically. This is a gentle oil, so you don't really need to dilute it for fear of it's going to irritate your skin. But I always recommend diluting oils when we are applying them topically, because it actually helps the oils get absorbed better. It kind of acts like a time release, and it just helps everything work better. So what can we use coriander for physically? So coriander, oh my goodness, my dang dogs. It's all good. Now it's an official video from Nicole because my dogs are barking. So coriander, we use this a lot in our house for pain. It's very gentle. It's non-irritating to the skin in most cases. And so I love to use coriander for pain, for growing pains, for muscle aches, for headaches. This is a really great oil for pain. It's also a great oil for our digestive system. So if you have flatulence, if you are having some bloating, if you are just, your digestive system is just, it just needs a little TLC, coriander is a great oil to take it in a capsule or apply topically over your stomach. So great oil for that. Another thing that was actually, as I was preparing for this, that I learned about coriander is that there have been studies shown that it actually helps regenerate tissue in Alzheimer's patients. So this is a great oil if you've got someone in your life that has maybe some brain deterioration due to some form of dementia or Alzheimer's. This can be a great oil to diffuse around them, or even put it on the back of the neck along the spine there to help with that tissue regeneration, that because the degeneration of tissue is happening in the brain in those conditions. And so that was something that was very exciting. It shows, it also shows that it can increase memory. So rosemary is probably the best known oil for helping with memory, but coriander is another oil that can help with memory. So if rosemary might not be a scent that you care for, putting some coriander with some peppermint in the diffuser could be a great combination. Not only would that smell fabulous, but it would help you retain things that you're studying or trying to learn, and helps brighten your mood as well. This is also a great anti-anxiety, antidepressant oil. It has been shown in studies to actually lift the mood, especially in instances where there is like a brain degeneration, just like Alzheimer's or dementia. Coriander really helps with the mood that comes along with that, the depression that can come along with that, and the frustration. So coriander helps with that. It helps with those issues outside of that realm. So if you are not having Alzheimer's or dementia, this can be a great oil for you if you are struggling with some depressive or anxious feelings as well. You can use it in a capsule for that, or apply it topically, or stick it in your diffuser. It would be great all three ways for those purposes. Another great thing that this is great for is cartilage injury. So if you have some cartilage injury in your joints, this can be a great oil to add in addition to Deep Blue or Aroma Touch or lemongrass to help ease that pain and trauma that comes along with cartilage injuries. Now, another thing that coriander is it's great because it's antimicrobial. So this can be a great gentle oil to add in if you're trying to boost your immune system. You can look at the chemistry here, and because of those monoterpene alcohols, that is what's going to help with those antimicrobial properties. And it's just a great, great oil. It's just a gentle oil that's kind of like very, not similar to lavender, but similar in the fact that it can be used for a lot of different things. And so I encourage you to open up your coriander and try it out. It is just a great oil, and I absolutely love coriander. So emotionally, coriander is the oil of integrity. So when you've got people that are feeling trapped, they're like in a cycle of serving others by neglecting their own needs, maybe they don't know how to say no, then coriander can be a great oil to help them feel empowered and able to be able to say no, to be able to have those boundaries. It's going to help people kind of remember that there's more than one way to do something, and it kind of helps embed some flexibility with people. It helps people from doing things to be accepted into doing things just that will honor their true self, which is so important to be true to yourself. It helps you to step outside the box and be willing and able to be who you truly are. It teaches you that that it is a gift to the world to be someone unique and to be someone that nobody has the same to offer, and that we're all individuals. And so if you're feeling that you're controlled by others, if you feel like you betray yourself time and again because you can't say no, or you're trying to people please, this is the oil for you. It's going to help you feel true to yourself. It's going to help you honor that inner guidance that we all have. It's going to help you step into integrity and help you embrace your unique self. I know coriander was a very important oil for me on my emotional journey and progression, and really helped me be able to step into my true self. And I love and honor this oil, and I am so grateful that we have it. The next oil that we have is Cypress. Now, Cypress is another oil that I don't think it gets the recognition that it deserves. It is very multi-purpose. If you look at the chemistry box here on the side, you can see that it has a little bit of everything. It's got some monoterpenes, it's got some sesquiterpenes, it's got some diterpenes, it's got some esters. So when I'm looking at this is telling us that this is going to be a very calming oil, very gentle oil. This is not going to be a fast-moving oil. I remember when I was first introduced to essential oils, and I was listening to Dr. Susan Lawton, and she had a bunch of conference calls on the different oils, and she taught that Cypress is kind of like the Roto-Rooter. It's a slow-moving Roto-Rooter that kind of goes through all the different pipes in our system and helps clean them out and tone them and helps them work properly. So this is going to work with our circulatory system. It's going to work with our lymphatic system. It's going to work with our urinary tract system. And so as you're looking at Cypress, think of those systems. So this is from Greece. It's distilled from the branches. It smells so nice, just like a beautiful cypress tree. And it's a gentle oil, so typically you can dilute it. You can apply it without skin irritation, but again, I recommend diluting. This is a great oil if you have some spider veins or varicose veins. This is a great oil along with helichrysum to massage into those areas on a regular basis. And we have seen some amazing results on our team as team members have used Cypress and helichrysum. And this is also a great oil to help our lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system is, it's a system that gets a little neglected because we have become so sedentary in most of our lifestyles. And so Cypress can help kind of move that along. So this is a great oil if you're going to be dry brushing. That's a technique that helps stimulate the lymphatic system. This can also help if you've got some neuropathy in the legs. Some Cypress along with some aroma touch can be a great combination. This is a great oil for oily skin. So if you have oily skin or oily hair, you can add this oil into your skincare regimen. Coriander is actually great for oily skin as well. So you could combine the coriander and the Cypress and put that in your skin cream, or just put it on as a treatment, again, with a little carrier oil for that safety factor. You can also add the coriander and the Cypress to your hair products, your shampoo or your conditioner, if you experience excessively oily hair. It's a great oil for that. It's a great oil for the respiratory system. So diffusing this to help open up airways and just support it. Now, again, Cypress is a slower mover. It's not going to be the one that's racing to the finish line first. This is kind of the slow and steady wins the race oil. It's a gentle oil that just kind of keeps working over time. And this is one that you probably would need to use for a period of time before you saw positive results, but it's going to be lasting results. It's going to be good results that is just amazing. Cypress is just phenomenal. It can help with a lot of different female issues as well. So ladies, if you've got endometriosis, if you have lack of a period, if you have heavy cycles, Cypress is very balancing for that system as well. Men, it's also great for prostasis. So if you're having some inflammation of the prostate, this can be a great oil to use. Now, how would you use it for those issues? You can apply it over the lower abdomen. Again, diluted, I would recommend like in a roller bottle. Just have it sitting on top of your toilet, and you can, every time you go to the restroom, just do a swipe over your lower abdomen. You can also apply it to the reflex points for the uterus or the prostate on the feet, which would be on the inside of the feet, right below the ankle bone. So right there on the side of the heel. That is the reflex point for the uterus and for the prostate. So that's a great location to apply it to help with those systems. This can also be a fabulous oil for carpal tunnel syndrome, pain, aches, like any kind of aches and pains that just needs a little bit more movement. This is the oil of movement. It helps things move and flow, and you'll see that in the emotional properties here in a second. But if any time you need some movement, this is a great oil to add in. And I love it. It pairs well with so many different oils. And this is one that I love sticking this diffuser. I love using it on sore muscles and aches and pains like that. So it is emotionally the oil of motion and flow. And so this is going to really help create emotional flexibility and emotional movement. So many times we get stuck in the rut of this is just how I am, whatever, and you don't really know how to let go of the past and move on. This oil really helps you be open to moving past the past and moving into a better energy, moving into a better place that you can change and grow and progress. And just, it helps those that are just stuck. They're just stuck in the same pattern. And even those with perfectionistic tendencies that feel they have to do everything perfect, this can be a great oil for them to help them feel that it's okay, that done is better than perfect. It really helps you let go of worries and concerns that that they're going to not be in control, right? It shows us how to trust in the flow of life. So I love this oil for its emotional benefits as well. Our next oil is Douglas fir. Now, Douglas fir is one of my favorite scents. I love it. Out of the furs, it is the sweetest smelling fir. I absolutely love how Douglas Douglas fir smells. I can't talk today. This is sourced from New Zealand. Douglas fir is actually an invasive species that was causing a lot of problems in New Zealand. And doTERRA came in and they're like, hey, I wonder if this oil would be beneficial. And as they distilled it and looked at the chemistry, it was phenomenal. It was so exciting. It had lots of great benefits, and we've had it ever since. And so we're able to actually help out New Zealand by getting rid of some of this Douglas fir that's become this invasive species and is ruining some of their ecosystems in New Zealand because it's not a native plant there. And so as we harvest and use that Douglas fir, we are helping out the New Zealand, the problems that they have there. And we actually got to watch a video about that in convention several years ago when Douglas fir was first introduced. Now, like most firs, this is going to help with our respiratory system. It's going to help with aches and pains, and it's going to help with our digestive system. And so, but again, this is a nice, gentle oil. It's very, very gentle. So again, you can apply it neat. You can use this topically. You can use it internally. You can use it aromatically. It is just a phenomenal oil. So any respiratory thing. So asthma, combine this with some breathe. Put a drop on the hand, make your O and breathe it in or stick it in your diffuser. It's great for that. It helps with coughs and congestion. So I love Douglas fir and marjoram along the throat to help break up a cough and help with those antispasmodic properties. And actually all of the oils that we're talking about today have antispasmodic properties. So they would all be beneficial in helping with a cough, which I love because coughs are some of the trickiest things to get rid of sometimes and to help. This is a disinfectant, especially for our skin. So you can add a couple drops, especially if you're having some acne or breakouts. This can be a great oil to add into your regimen just to help clarify your skin and to help it be nice and fresh. And it smells phenomenal. So you'll be super happy because you smell like Douglas fir. It is also fabulous for infection, and because it has antimicrobial properties, and so this can help fight off infection and help support your immune system on a regular basis. So emotionally, this is the oil of generational wisdom. It helps you really connect with your ancestors and really let go of those negative family patterns that have been passed through, right? Because we all have those tendencies. We all have these beliefs that got passed down from our parents, from our grandparents, and sometimes they're not beneficial for us and they're holding us back. And so this really helps us recognize those patterns and let go of it. It helps us that we can change the patterns. We can be the chain breaker and we can create new patterns for our posterity. It helps us connect with our family and in a healthy way, right? Not in a dysfunctional way, in a nice, healthy way. And it really helps you learn and understand and appreciate the value of learning from others' experiences instead of saying, oh, I'm going to figure it out myself. And that way we can have that wisdom in learning from other people's experiences instead of having to go through painful experiences on our own. So I love this oil for its beneficial emotional properties. Now let's talk about Summer Savory. I am so excited about Summer Savory. This is a nice little surprise that doTERRA is giving us this month. And it is just, it's been in our DDR Prime blend since that came out, but we've never been able to have Summer Savory by itself. And so this month only, and this is only available to those that have already been enrolled with doTERRA and place a loyalty rewards order or LRP order by the 15th, and it has to be at least 125 points. So make sure that you'll have a column on your basket, your online shopping cart that has the PV. Make sure you're looking at that number, and the Summer Savory will automatically be added when that order processes. Now, I would recommend getting 200 points this month just because you also would get a free Aroma Touch, a free Balance, and a free Past Tense. So just going to throw that in there. For more information, please check on our Facebook group or my Facebook page. But let's talk about Summer Savory. So this is going to be a 5 milliliter bottle. The chemistry is very similar to oregano. And so oregano has a lot of phenols, and phenols are known for being hot. They're being very irritating to the skin, but phenols are phenomenal for antimicrobial properties and for pain. And so we're going to see that in the Summer Savory. Now, I haven't got to smell this oil. My order has not made it in yet, so I can't tell you how it smells, but it's going to be an herby smell just because of the plant that it comes from. But I was able to do some research and find some amazing properties of the summer savory, which made me even more excited to get it. So this is an appetite enhancing. Now, I don't believe that this will enhance your appetite if you already if you don't want that property. But if you've got sometimes we have kids or adults that are on medication that might suppress their appetite, this would be a great oil to maybe diffuse or put on the bottom of the feet to help enhance and increase their appetite so that they actually eat enough calories. Now, if it's gonna make you have the munchies or increase your appetite of just using it for the other properties, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Great thing about this is it's an expectorant, so it's going to get excess mucus out of our system. And we have mucus all through our system. A lot of times we can have excess mucus in our digestive tract. We can have it in our lungs. We can have it in our sinuses, the back of our throats. And so this oil is going to help us get that out. And we can use this oil internally, topically, or diffusing. So just keep that in mind. This is very digestive regulating. So if you've got nausea, diarrhea, flatulence, bloating, this oil, I would recommend putting 1 or 2 drops in a capsule and a day, and this would really help balance that out. And it's going to help get that excess mucus and just help you just feel better. It's also antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and antispasmodic. So the spasms like coughs, muscle spasm, digestive spasms, menstrual spasms, this is a great oil to use for that. Again, on this oil, it is a hot oil, so you do want to dilute. That's not an option when you're putting this on topically, so please keep that in mind. This is great for insect bites and stings. Again, do it with dilution. I was like, what's that D word? So dilute it down if you're going to be using it for insect bites or sting. It's also, which I thought this was interesting, is that in the past, the herb summer savory has been used as an aphrodisiac. So it could possibly stimulate those intimate connections and those intimate feelings and allow for nice connection with your loved one. So it's also antibacterial, antifungal, and antiparasitic. So using this oil internally, diffusing it or on the bottoms of the feet can help get these yucky things out of our body. So this would be a great oil to add, again, in a capsule or on the bottoms of your feet to help boost your immune system and help it get rid of those things. Now, I am going to talk about the emotional benefits of summer savory. Since this is not written, this is just intuitively what I felt summer savory is going to help with. So I felt that it was going to be the oil of deep transformation. This is going to help you move from who you currently are to who you're meant to be. It's going to help those that are feeling really stuck in life, like you feel like you're just in a rut. And it's really going to help support those that feel like they continually live in the past, right? They're always looking back. Well, what if this? Oh, what if I would have done this? Oh, I still am in love with my high school girlfriend or high school boyfriend, whatever. All those things that we get stuck in the past, this can help you move past that and live in the present. It also is going to be protective and shielding against unfriendly energies and emotions that we can be exposed to. It can help you intimately connect with others, yourself, and your divine source. So I really feel like this oil is just going to really open you up for intimate, close connections that are going to be very strong. So maybe that's why those aphrodisiac properties are in there. It's going to help you open up to new insights and knowledge that will assist you as you grow, progress, and transform into who you're meant to be. So I'm very, very excited for this oil. It's supposed to come in here to my house, I think, on Wednesday. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So I'm super excited to have this new oil in our lineup. I hope that it's not just a temporary thing. I hope that it joins our permanent collection, because I always love all the oils, so they make me super happy. So thank you for taking time out of your day to join me to learn about these oils today. Have a great week, and we will see you next Monday.